This podcast is sponsored by El Dorado Tonic Wine. I love this stuff. Do you know El Dorado in English means the gold? This shit is liquid gold. We love it here in Reilly's Gaff. We drink it all the time. And you could be drinking it too. Just walk on down to any local convenience store in your area and I bet they'll be selling it. Amazon.com also sell it, so you can get it there and have a wee drink by the fire. Cheers, guys. Enjoy the podcast.
Day-to-day the shit change, but you know for the most part nothing indifferent. Sometimes be stuck in my ways, weekend fucked up in somebody's kitchen, sticking my hand, I'm chilling with the troops and my few cans down, so I walk like Winston. Trust me, I wake up hanging, you hang that I'm leaving this bed, you're kidding. I'm sitting on back in the pad, get deep fried and I smoke some packs of the grass. Put the feet up, kick back and relaxing at best. No, I'm sitting on Reilly's
Skalley. It's so weird hanging about for ages. I'd be like,
I know, it's like the weird switch. Aye. We have actually been hanging about for how long's this been? I've been on the off.
4 guys trying to get a sign to dim and you just can't, mate.
I couldn't believe I found the dimmer. I was so excited when I found it.
That was impressive.
Wasn't it? It was like seeing gold. It was like, it's turned out to be fool's gold because it's just been bamming me up, mate.
Mate, there's I think, see how the way we were all pure, I dare this way, dare that way, mate. I think there's a pure hanging guys that seeing anything that could be deemed as a sort of manual labour task. Guys all want to be the person to be like, I've sorted it.
The one that's done it.
My mum and dad were moving house and I was doing it with my dad's and they were trying to figure out if stuff about the fire alarm and they were talking about how to move things into their new house and that, and me and my brother-in-law were up here. I think you're going to do with that, just pull it right off the wall, make sure there's no wiring and as if we knew what we were talking about.
Exactly.
But we both get going, I think it'll be don't think it'll be that, mate. I think I've got it, mate. I've clocked it because that's got batteries, I can see them for here, like shit like that. And I was like, why do guys pure want to figure that shit out?
It's an instinct, isn't it?
It feels good when you do though. Like when you're the guy, it's like, I don't know, there was a guy in my work and we were using like to hang pictures up, like mad artwork and that in the work. We was using like mad sticky double-sided tape shit. But then one of the other boys went and got screws and like screwed them in. He was walking about the full day like, they're going nowhere and that. It's pure because the sticky tape was falling and that sometimes. You know what I mean? It's just pure proud these like 2 nails getting in the wise. But it feels nice when you get something level.
Aye, it is.
You seem like graft. I've not a clue about construction.
So if you say Shannon came in and she was like, do you get some shelving I need up in the wall and fucking couple of things that, I mean like that sort of activities, do you think any bar or do you think no
but do you know what I like doing? See like IKEA stuff. I like building that
flat pack shit.
Buzz at that because I like Lego and all that. Do you like Lego?
I love
it's
Lego.
just like real life items and Lego in it. It's just like that goes there.
Lego is a mad thing, isn't it? Because you're like paying money to spend hours building something.
Aye, like a task.
You're giving yourself a job and you're paying for it.
Aye, like you're paying. Aye, I know what you mean, for all the materials and then just sit and building it.
And I never know what to do with them when I build them.
Aye,
like the you're just meant to put them on. Like I've been viewing flats to live in, and there's a lot that are like there's cunts that have like mad. It's like art. Do you know what I mean? Mad ornaments that are pure lovely and it's like made out of Lego. And it's always just, it's a funny wee thing.
I think a lot of adults, they like build it now.
Aye.
Because they changed it for like, see people being Waynes growing up. And then new Wayne, or the Waynes are adults now, so they're making all these mad sets that adults build.
There was a shop in the town at Buchanan Galleries called like R5 or something, and it was a mad gadget shop.
Aye.
What was it called? Fuck.
You just said R5?
I think it was that. It was something like that. Anyway.
Sure, was it not Red something?
Red 5 maybe
Red
or
5,
something like that. But they used to have like mad, the only like mad adult versions of things was like, see like Alien versus Predator and be like a mad life-sized alien or Predator or something like in the shop, mate.
Really?
Aye, for like thousands of pounds, but they have it all built up right in Buchanan Galleries. But I think they've made it more like widespread rather than like, I don't know, I feel like the ones were maybe a bit like I don't know, just over the top. Do you know what I mean?
Too
Like,
much.
aye,
Don't you want that?
aye, defo.
Aye, a life-size alien's a bit much relevant.
Lego is good, but it's like I would pure shat on Lego for years, right? 'Cause I was like, a mad adult's got to buy Lego. Now I don't know. I would be like, why would you buy Lego? And then I got a thing for, I think it was my birthday or something, and it was, see that painting, The Great Wave?
Aye.
You know what I'm talking about?
Aye.
It's that, but it's basically a framed picture made out of Lego. And you build it, and you build the frame on it and that, and you can put it on your wall. And I've got it in my flat, and it's so sick. And I loved making it because it's like it's like doing art or something, because it's for that however long, because they take hours. There's that many pieces, and then you're sitting for like 3 hours and there's nothing else on your mind. Like you're just thinking, like, where's that gone? And then you come out and you're like, I feel class, man.
Aye.
It's funny we're talking about Lego, because I didn't even mean this, but I made a video flying home for Asia there, building Lego on the plane. I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I don't.
That seems like an insane move.
No, I was lucky because there was nobody beside me. So that seat was empty, but see if that seat wasn't empty, I think I'd have fucked it.
Did you like plan to make the Lego?
No, really. It was I just went and bought a Lego set, and I was like, I'll build that when I get home. But I put it on like my carry-on or whatever. It wasn't even carry-on, it's just a bag that you can
like
take
duty-free bag.
I just had some stuff in it, and then we got on the first flight home when we were coming from Asia, and I was just sleeping in that, and then the second one was like 6 or 7 hours for Dubai to here. I can't remember how long it is.
7
Is it
7 hours, 7, 8 hours.
And when we got on, I was like, I'm going to have a couple of beers, man. I might crack that Lego. Shannon was like, you should, and all that. And then I had the out, man. I had the other table did with all the pieces and all this.
What was the Lego?
It was a piranha plant for Mario. See what?
Aye, that's cool. That's a good one.
But I done it in like 3 hours or something like that.
Turbulence would have been funny.
That's all the comments were people all like that, mate. See if you hit turbulence, you'd have been fucked.
Imagine them all going under people's seats, like waiting people up and be like, mate, my Lego's under yours.
I fully grown men, yeah. Mate, I got a piece under you. Mate, another funny thing about the flight before that, actually, mate. The flight before that, like I said, we were sleeping. But the whole plane was empty when we were flying back there. So the flight attendants were like, if you want to move anywhere, you can. And that's never happened to me in a flight
that's
before.
class.
Have you had that before?
I had it like no long ago. I was flying back from France, and I had it wasn't like hundreds empty seats, but I was sitting in like row 2, and then like the two at the front were empty, and they were like, you want to sit there? And I was like, aye, no worries. And I got Morgan down for like row 5 or something. We were in like 2 different rows, and we get the very front ones.
Aye, this was like one of the big planes, so see like the kind of 343, and there was maybe, I don't know, maybe about 20 people on it or something like that. Mate, it was mental. I don't know what they do with money with that kind of situation.
That's mad.
I've only heard myths about this. So like now that way, every flight I get on, I'm thinking, this could be the flight that nobody's sitting next to me. This could be the one.
Have you always got somebody sitting next to you?
Never happened. I get sat next to, see the cunt that's the biggest maniac on the plane. Every flight I get, they're sat right next to me. Because for ages, they'll take ages to check in and that, obviously scudding pints and that. And then I'll be sitting like, here, I think this is the one. I'll be sitting saying to me, I think that what this is. And then you just see this cunt pure, like the last call guy. Where the fuck's my seat? And I'm like, oh no, man.
Aye.
You just see them coming.
Aye.
I was saying, sorry, I see when they were like, you can go sit anywhere. So I was like, oh, quality. And this was during the night. Our flight took off at like 2 a.m. So I was like, I'm just going to go lie across one of the floor ones.
That's unreal.
And I was like to Shannon, you do the same. And she was like, aye, cool. So everybody kind of had the same idea. So Shannon was near the front, and I was like, I seen like a couple of other people behind her doing it. And I was like, I'll just go to kind of one of the back ones. And I went up, fell asleep. I don't know how long I fell asleep for. Say it was like 2 or 3 hours, and then I went for a piss. Then I was like, I'll go see if Shannon's all right. Mate, I swear to God, I walked up to one of the middle aisles, and there was a blonde lassie. I had them all up, mate, and I've started caressing her head and went, Shannon, and she turned around like, what? And I went to her. I swear to God, it went to her. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, Henry. And she's like, oh, it's okay. And all that.
That must have been
she sounded
terrifying.
like she was like Scandinavian or something. I was like, I swear to God, I'm so sorry. I was like, my girlfriend's there, mate. right? And I went down and seen Shannon. I woke her up and told her, and she was like off asleep, like, all right, and all that. And I was like, I don't think you realise how bad that could have been. Like, I could have sat down there and caressed a wee bit, you know what I mean? Like
Snuggled in.
It was lucky it was just my hand against her head, like, are you all right?
Aye.
Because the lassie was kind of like slept forward, you know. Mate, it was terrifying.
Aye, you could have just
I
been-
apologised to the lassie after it, and she was like, she wasn't even like accepting the apology or weird. She was just like,
I liked it.
All right, aye, mate. She was very odd about it because I was saying to Shannon, "Oh, that's her." I swear to God, it looked like, you know. And she was like, "All right, aye," because you're the same hair colour and all that.
I think
And I was
it's
like to the lassie, "Sorry," and she was like, "Oh, okay."
Face down.
All right.
Face down. You can't be like. You can't be in trouble for not recognising somebody face
No,
down, mate.
right.
There's so many like doppelgangers for the
Recognising
back.
body part, mate. The face, that's how we define everybody, mate. But nah, I just have images of Shannon walking up to the toilet and you're spooning this mad
I know that, mate. That's what was going through my head after. I was like, imagine how bad that
You
could
could
have
have got
been.
huckled, mate.
I know,
At the
you
other
could have,
end,
aye.
imagine.
Especially in a country
Aye.
like that landed in Dubai. Mate, do you know
Like
what I mean?
Marshall.
They're funny enough with ain't there.
Aye.
That last thing gets off, like some guy just mounted me on the plane while I was asleep.
Have you been to Dubai?
No, I've
passed through?
only went through it, aye.
Well,
Aye,
the airport's a big brief in it.
Aye,
You know,
aye, aye. Have you been, no?
I've done the same as you.
I just went through it.
Aye.
Same.
Have you not
mate, the
been
place
there?
is like the airport's massive. Like, see, if you like one terminal to the other, it's like approximately like 30 minutes or something. I'll tell you, like, if you're going from here to this
It's
place.
like miles in it.
Aye. There's like trailer. Like, I had to get like a train to one other bit, and
That's how you know
walk
you're in
through-
a big dog airport, and it's when you walk in, there's a train above you and that, you're like, right, okay,
Aye,
it's a serious airport, I'm in.
Mate, Glasgow airport's toilet, man.
I know, aye, yeah, it's actually really
It's
bad.
the worst one, mate.
Which is surprising because it's such a busy airport.
I think it used to be dead good, but I remember it being class. I don't know if I'm just misremembering.
wee
but
guy
like-
syndrome. For
Aye, mate, a bear bang a day on it. Nice guy airport. No, but Edinburgh airport's where it's at, mate. Eddie's where it's at. mate.
Eddie Airport
Aye.
is nice.
Yeah, isn't it?
It's so much classier than Glasgow.
Aye, mate, it's an old ball one in that.
I was going through. Where was I gone? Dansk in Poland, and I was at Edinburgh Airport early in the morning. And how when you go through security there, and then there's like, I think it's a Boots or a W.H. Smith as soon as you walk through, and then it's a kind of long.
Is this Edinburgh?
Aye,
Airport?
Edinburgh.
I've only been Eddie Airport.
Eddie Airport, bro. So like you walk in and then. So this is literally the bit where you're just kind of browsing all the bars and shops that are there. There's a guy walking through it 6:30 in the morning, blasting a Lost Mary vape, like a big massive thing, but not like just in the where the gates are and that, just like and he was walking through like that, blasting it, and I was like, mate, this guy's a maniac. Like, he's not even trying to hide.
Aye.
That he's now that way. If you ever wanted to do it, maybe
A
go
wee
to
slivey.
I was slying, into a bag or something. This guy was just like, I don't give a fuck, mate. Like, because the airport's the place you want to fuck about the least out of anywhere, really,
definitely,
innit?
aye.
100%, mate. I get like weird doing it in like a toilet and that, like smoke alarms and that. Like I would
What,
be
vaping?
aye, in airports, mate. Just thinking something going wrong in an airport would be so troubling, man.
There
I
is
hate
like
it.
there is like smoking rooms in airports everywhere.
Some-
Like, everywhere I've kind of been. Like, I don't know, maybe it's an Asian thing.
no, there is defo, but no in the UK, like no in
I know, I
Scotland
don't-
anyway.
Has
But
Presswick not got a bit you can go?
Aye,
That's
you
not
can
funny.
You can smoke in the planes if you press the airport, mate.
He's voted terminal. There's about 9 people work there or something at the whole airport.
bong in the fucking check-in and that. Aye,
That's a rough airport,
That's a
isn't it?
bus station, mate. It's
It's a
and mate, they're
glorified bus
obsessed. Like the worst thing, there's 2 things I hate about the place. Like the first thing's like outside it says like, what was the mad slogan they had? Ah, fuck,
got a
I forget it
slogan?
now. They had that.
Get
mad-
up, man.
Yeah, I
Type
get this
in like
slogan up.
Prestwick Airport slogan. It was like something. It was a pure Scottish, like just pure bullshit. And also the other thing is, pure dead brilliant. Right in the front of it,
sums
mate.
it right
in
up, doesn't
big
it?
letters, lit. It is like live, love, laugh, lit. See, it's in that writing on the front of the fucking airport, and then you go inside, and they're obsessed with Elvis.
Mate, is that not the airport he landed in?
Aye.
But I see the thing. Do you know the story about this?
Kinda.
Like, it's the only airport If it is this one, it's the only airport he landed in the whole of the UK.
Aye.
And they all big it up. But he didn't get off the plane, I'm sure. I'm sure they just were fueling the jet because he was going to Europe. So
he just landed.
Aye, so he just and he stayed in the plane. I'm sure you could Google it maybe. I'm sure he just stayed in the plane, they fueled it, and then he was away to Europe to do something. Because he never was in Europe,
they've got
Elvis.
full, like-
The UK, sorry.
Was he no?
I don't
That's
think so,
madness,
no.
innit? But they've got like pubs named after him and like big plaques that are like his quotes and that, and like just pictures of him everywhere and like mad silhouettes.
Was that right? Was that right? What does it say that? What does it say?
On March 3rd, 1960, Elvis Presley landed at Prestwick Airport in Scotland, marking his only visit to the UK.
Aye, there you go.
He was returning from military service in Germany and made a brief stopover before continuing to the United States. Oh, he met with fans and that.
Oh, did he?
Posed for pictures.
Right.
Oh, at the airport. Maybe
Get an Elvis Presley bar.
Just an Elvis Presley bar, mate.
See, to be fair, if you
I was quite a fucking.
I didn't know he got half a plane of that.
I didn't know he got half a play that. I apologise. I'm slagging that, but aye.
Especially if it's the only time he ever stepped foot on.
You would think he played in the UK at some point.
How
wouldn't you?
that baffled, like London or something?
Nah,
Like,
exactly.
Mate,
aye.
London was dog water in the 60s, wasn't it? London's
because you
a
had like
shithole, mate.
good bands coming out of
Beatles
London.
really,
Aye,
the Beatles
Aye,
were
well,
wasn't it?
Aye, they
UK.
moved to London, didn't they? But
Rolling Stones and that.
Aye.
Aye, but I
Kind of was popped in London in the 60s, I think.
no, well, it was popping, but I always think it's heavy funny because like Aberdeen was popping in like the 60s, 70s, and 80s, mate. Aberdeen
For
was
what?
oil and that, mate.
Oh.
And they all got rich and shit.
Oh,
and it was a mad
aye,
financial
aye.
capital of the UK and shit. I think it's hilarious.
What happened?
Fuck
Where
knows,
did it all
mate.
go wrong?
Fuck knows, mate.
Have you ever been
But
to Aberdeen?
See, when you go up, mate, it's heavy nice.
Have you been?
Aye, it's heavy, like it's like the Granite City and that, innit? Like, it's
Aye.
all like mad white marble looking buildings and
I'm
shit.
laughing,
it's
but
actually
I
lovely.
don't think
mate.
I've ever been.
It's heavy. But when you go up, you can feel the financial capital of the 80s status. You can feel it's a bit old money, you know what I mean?
Aye.
It's near St Andrews and that and all kind of in it, like a wee bit. Like I feel like I don't know. I feel like
I don't think
I
it's
thought
near St.
St Andrews was kind of near us.
it's a couple of those away for it.
Aye, I was going to say aye.
Aye. But no, we were talking about Lego. I watched a thing the other day. It was like James May. No, James May for Top Gear. He was like building like a real house out of Lego, like a mad 2-story 5-bedroom thing,
Surely
and it was
not.
just for like a show or whatever. But mate,
An entire house.
but they were bigger Lego bits. It was just the Lego technology.
Like the ones for nursery school. and
Aye,
that?
but
Like
big
the
fuckers, aye. But it was like just for like, it was like using the technology of Lego to actually build a structure, mate. Look.
Is
Oh,
there,
I
is
didn't
there
even see
actually
that.
proof that would hold up?
Mate, well, I don't know why we've no like just
That's
for
a
like
good
cheap
idea,
housing. Do you know what I mean? Use the technology of the clip-in bits
Yeah, that's a good
and
idea.
just fill them with insulation or something. Know what I mean? It's actually no bad.
Surely he didn't build that though. Surely it was his idea. I don't think he's.
It was
kind of-
his like wee show, wasn't it? It was like him, like it was his idea.
I can't imagine him being there for like a couple of weeks.
Aye, he-
Putting all the bits together.
Aye, true. I was about to say with the cement and that, but they don't really need them, man. You
He
know?
looks well chuffed, didn't he?
Aye, he's buzzing with his gaff, man.
Mate, Prestwick Airport should rebuild the full airport for a Lego, mate.
The planes and that.
See, when people tell me they're going to Prestwick Airport, I kind of do that.
Aye.
A bit like,
And it's-
where are you going again?
The flights are always at crazy times. I don't know if yous have noticed that.
Aye.
When we meet, see, whenever I've had to leave for there, it'll be like pure 6:05 in the morning.
It always
Or
is.
when you're landing back there, it's like 12:30 at night, and there's
Aye.
no way to get back into Glasgow or something like that. It's,
There's always a train, but it's never like on. There's a train, it's like, you can get the train, it's easy and all that. And it's like, I don't know, like you landed at what, 2 in the morning, right? First train's at 4:30. And you're
Cab
like,
boot.
aye, it's no the best. Eddie's number one, mate. Eddie for the win.
So when you left after you done that podcast, where's the first place you flew to?
for here, I went
Glasgow.
to-
You were in Glasgow Airport, weren't you?
Oh, when I left, I flew for
and,
Glasgow.
and then where'd you go?
Thailand was the first place I went. We weren't there long though. That it was kind of like Thailand's. See if you're going to Asia, Thailand's the cheapest place just to fly to and then sort yourself out.
Is it
Because
actually?
because like see people going to like Japan and Korea and all these places. Like you're talking, I don't know off by heart, but I've been told I have people it's like say like $1,500 or something for return flights.
I was looking at Tokyo and it was 1,300 per person.
Aye,
Return
see-
for Edinburgh.
See, I think Thailand's a bit of a hub for the UK now. So see like a return flight to Thailand, it's like £600-700.
Right.
So see if you can do that. Then see for Bangkok to like anywhere else in Asia is pennies.
Is it?
You
How
fly.
cheap?
So I think we flew to Vietnam after that, which was like £15 or something per person, and then for Vietnam we flew to Korea, which which was like £80 or something like that per person.
And then see when you finish your trip, did you just fly straight home or to London or whatever?
No, after that, so we went Thailand, Vietnam, South Korea, and then we went to Bali last.
Oh,
and then when we left, we flew back to Thailand, but only for like the day.
Aye.
Which is cutting it kind of close. I'd never done that before.
Aye.
So we had to fly back to Thailand, and then like the next night we were flying back to Glasgow. So I was like, if anything goes wrong, we've
With
not got
that
a flight.
first flight?
Aye, with that first flight, because there wasn't another one out till the next night in Bali.
Aye,
I was like, if
aye.
anything goes wrong with this first flight, we are fucked. Like,
Aye.
See, Thailand, how many times you been? You've been a few
I don't
times.
even know, aye, probably like 10, I think. Aye.
Do you see for the first time you went to new? Can you see it changed a lot?
Aye, definitely.
And
Aye,
what
I think
way?
I was saying that last time when I was on. I was like, I started to notice it last year. I don't know. It's I think there's more people going there. Well, it's a good thing. There's more like families and that going on holiday, which is pretty cool. I seen like a lot of people with like wains and all that,
Aye.
which I don't think you'd expect before. You know what I mean?
I don't kind of classify.
I always seemed like a weird thing, like to me, like to bring your wains that far. But I noticed that a lot, and then there's a lot of meatheads kind of.
A lot of stoners, bro.
Aye.
Is it
Well,
not
they just no. What's the opposite of legalised?
But they criminalised.
Criminalised it. They just criminalised it again. Weed.
Did they? Aye.
Aye.
But I heard it was like, I watched some thing about it and it was like, it's not actual.
Yeah,
it's
aye.
like, they're just going to start enforcing what it was supposed to be, which is the same as like Spain and that. Like,
need
that
to
you need to be a member of a club and shit.
Aye,
So
aye.
it's just not going to have dispensaries like America. Like, you can't just walk in and buy shit or whatever. Do you know what I mean? But you can.
Aye, because like when I was going there for years, there was obviously they were pure sketchy about weed. Like they didn't want like it was somebody down the back corner. You're like, do you want anything? That kind of shit. But then when I went 2 years ago, whatever, after they legalised it, mate, it's more than like convenience stores. Like every second shop's just a big weed shop,
mad.
and they all look dead medical out there. See, like pure all white.
Like chemist?
With, with pure like big glass jars with like pure LEDs on it and all of this,
Aye.
man.
Like an
People in
Apple
lab
shop.
coats and all of that selling it. Mate, it's wacky, man.
Aye.
Imagine a world with no flaring. It would be terrible. Everybody falling about everywhere. Your ma, your auntie, no Edmonds. Tins of soup, just everything falling about everywhere. Mate, excuse me. There's no flares.
What?
Flares, they're gone, they've banned them.
No, surely no. 2 wee seconds. Chris, wee guy here saying they're done away with flares. You got any?
Aye, we've got hunters, mate.
Class.
So who is it that's got them, sir?
Limitless flooring, mate. They'll sort you out.
When it comes to flooring, there's only one place to go. Limitless Flooring Solutions down at 6 Townhead Street in Strathaven. The guys down at Limitless give you a free quote, so you can just call them out, see what the deal is. They specialise in carpet, vinyl, laminate, LVT, everything. It's in the name, it's literally Limitless. Chris, the main man down at the Strathaven store, has 20 years experience in this industry, so you know you're in safe hands. Get down there, quote Reilly's Gaff, and you're going to get 10% off the flooring product that you buy. You can get them online at Limitless Flooring Solutions on Facebook and TikTok. They've got Instagram as well. All their contact info is in the description below this video. Make sure you use them for your next flooring project, and also make sure you quote Reilly's Gaff for some money off. Cheers, trips. When I was in Vietnam, I heard Thailand was mega, like, don't fuck about with drugs there.
I know.
Get fucked.
Mate, even vapes are illegal in Thailand.
Are they?
Aye.
That's the same as in Mexico. Mexico, if you have a vape, it's actually having smack or something. See, because it like harms the tobacco trade and shit, they get it
Like having smacks, having a vape.
Aye, I don't think there is serious like about no vaping, but I think it's almost like drinking in the street here. Do you know what I mean? See if you get caught with a vape, I think they give you like £100 fine or something like that. They take it off you.
mate.
Aye, it's some wild. Aye.
See for your flights, like the long flights you do you get a few valleys?
No,
I've valleyed it up my
I
plane.
mean, no.
have
you?
I mate gubbed 4. But going to is it Vietnam? Aye, Vietnam.
What just to, so you can sleep
So
the
I
whole
went
time?
from Edinburgh to Qatar to Ho Chi Minh,
Right.
and it was like 7 hours Qatar, 8.5 to Ho Chi Minh.
Aye.
And let's see how I got them, but I got some. And,
Unscrupulous methods.
But mate, see for a flight, see if you see for long flights,
Aye.
because see, even if you're like there was points where, especially the second flight, where by this point I gubbed 4, and I was just sitting on the second flight, and and I was boozing that. I was like, I don't want to remember. I don't even mind flying, but I was like, I just want to be there, like, in mentally. I don't want to have to.
That's
be like,
how you do it.
Aye, so 4 valleys deep, couple of wines or something I had. I don't know. And all I remember for the second flight is feeling like this, right?
That's hardcore.
You went Lego, mate.
I know. Aye. You imagine you were sitting in front of me building a Lego. That begin. Stop. I'm trying to build Lego behind you.
Right, Shannon.
My pieces.
Aye, mate, that's
wild.
madness.
That's a nice way to do it, mate.
Do you-
Because
no.
even if
That's a
you're
nice way to do it.
if you're no even that what see by this, I'm
Aye.
like you're no fully asleep, but you're so tired that you're just like, I don't give a fuck.
Aye.
It's kind of gone with the plane.
You feel nice in that.
I mate, then you wake up, you're yeah.
I kind of get a buzz off long flight. I sometimes like coming back, I'd kind of like to sleep. But see,
Aye.
going somewhere, I love getting wrecked in a plane. Man.
Aye, it's good, innit?
There's
Getting
nothing
steaming.
better than being steaming in a plane because you're just kind of stuck there, aren't you?
I done something pure like daft, like kind of something like that. Like, I took a Xanax before a flight, right? But it was a flight to Belfast. So
Is that like half an hour?
it's like 45 minutes or so. So I go there, mate, and I was actually, I was in the toilet half the time and that, mate, like it feels spinning. Because Xanax used to fuck me up, mate. They had a stranglehold on me for a wee bit.
They're supposed to be crazy.
they'll get
Aye, mate, but it wasn't that bad, but I do remember like it being the worst, like getting off the plane and like the flight was just a build up. Do you know what I mean?
And like the seatbelt sign never goes.
Aye, I was thinking that.
Flying high enough for them to be like, we'll just turn that off.
It's like in a bus to like Air Beach or something.
Does the seatbelt saying go? I've never took like a short flight like that.
Aye, mate, because it's always like so cunts are always just on the flights going for a booze and that, so it's just like just groups of boys and they're all getting up and cunts are taking gear and all that. It's like a bus. It's like a sailing bus or something.
That sounds wild.
Which see all the flights you've done, can you remember being drunk to the point you're like, I'm out of order than
Oh, aye, Shannon's not out of order to other people, but I passed out on a flight.
Oh no way.
Aye,
What
and
happened?
Shannon had to get like the security, what are the people called? The flight
stewards?
hosts, aye, the stewards or whatever. It was like I'd been drinking. This was 3 years ago, I think, maybe, when we were in Thailand, and I'd been drinking for like the night before. So our flight was at like, right, wait, no, I need to work this out. Our flight was at like 3 a.m. But I'd checked out the hotel at like 10 o'clock that morning, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that was still like the whole day. But I'd been out the night before, and Shannon had went home early, but I got drunk all through that.
And then till 3, and then your flight was at 3.
Aye, so I'd get drunk all night, checked out the hotel at 10, and then kept drinking all day to 3 a.m.
Was that
And
the
then
one?
got on the flight.
Was that the same? No, it wouldn't have been the same.
No, this would have been before I
Well,
was
was
kind of
it?
making videos and that, aye. But Shannon just said I wasn't even like fun drunk or anything, like I was just dead loopy. Like I was just like I was kind of, and I'd fell asleep like in the airport on the chair, and she couldn't get me up, and she was asking a guy to help like wake me up and all of that. And then I kind of came to, and she was worried we wouldn't go on a flight and all of this.
Aye.
And then I kind of like, I don't really remember much, but I remember getting on the flight, and then I remember maybe halfway through kind of waking up and being like, water, like pure wanting water, and she was
Rough
like,
as
"What?" And
fuck.
I just like my eyes were all glittering, and I went to stand up, and I went to stand up, and I collapsed like in amongst between. So I was at the window, and then it was her, and then I think there was like an Asian guy. And I'd stood up till I asked him to move, and I'd collapsed in amongst at the guy's feet.
He's gone.
And Shannon said he was like looking at her like pure as if it was anything to do with her, and she was like move, like hitting the button, like try to get the people. But I kind of came to on the floor.
And then
I
you
was
were just like, oh, you're right.
I
sorry.
thought I was having a heart attack, but I think it was just dehydration.
Maybe
Because
both.
when you go up in the plane, it dehydrates you as well, doesn't it?
Aye, and then you're like pure in the air, like no
They
in the
gave
air,
me like
but
a shot, and it was like pure orange, almost like pure diluting juice.
Aye.
I don't know. It must be
Double
like vitamin.
concentrate.
It must be something mad, and they gave me that.
They just
and they
gave-
were like sitting me down. They were like, "How do you think that happened?" And all. And in my head, I know that I've been wrecked all day. And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know, Hen. That's never happened." I didn't want to grasp myself in because it was a connecting flight.
Aye,
So I didn't
yeah,
want to be
you
like, "Oh, I've been wrecked for 2 days."
It was a good time to come to, innit? Like getting handed a wee bit of delirium.
See, actual blacking out drunk like that, like actually to the point where you don't remember going to sleep, and then suddenly you get woke up off somebody.
That
Yo,
is-
it's
that
the
is
scary-
terrifying.
Mate, I remember I was in my pal's gaff, in Cambuslang, so I stayed like, mate, this is like probably an hour walk, and I've just left the Gaff pure out my nut, thinking, oh fuck, I'll just walk home, sort of square myself up. So I'm walking, and I just remember being wrecked, and then next thing, I was on my back outside somebody's house, just like sleeping, and somebody's dad was there, mate, and then I seen this mad like guy who was obviously a mad dad, and I was like, I'm going, who's that? What am I doing? Then I looked, and there was a boy that I sort of knew, but that like he would have we knew who each other were, but we were only pals like that. And his dad was waking up like, son, you're right. It was like 12 p.m. on a Sunday or something. And I must have just fell, but see that feeling when you wake up and you're like, it's so embarrassing. You're like, I'm a mad horrible person, man. What am I doing?
I've had a few of them, like pure abrupt wake ups that are actual traumatizing, bro. Like, I've told you that one when I was camping, and I fucking a wee cunt started volleying. Like I was camping, but then I went to sleep in my motor because I couldn't sleep in a tent or something. I went to sleep in my motor, and then a wee cunt just went crackers, started volleying fuck out my window.
Did you know
my
who this
motor,
was?
mate? No. And I was like, woke up like up the campsies.
You were just like ran like just with your pals.
Just all my pals when I was a bit younger. But this company was like kicking the door, and I was like, what the fuck? And I kind of done that, pushed the door, and I turned around and like all my pals' motors were all smashed up and all that.
Really?
It was a bit mad shit happened, but I wouldn't even. I don't know. I've told you about it before. I'll tell you about it later on. It was mad shit. What other ones? But have you had any of them? Like somebody waking you up and like you don't even know where you are and all that. Like it's the pure worst shit ever.
See, I can know that you're like I can handle my booze or whatever, but I always stay like a kind of progressive drunk. Like maybe when I was a wee guy I get kind of blackout drunk, but I somehow can manage to just keep drinking, and I don't really become that annoying. I'm sure Shannon would probably say otherwise, but I don't think I become that annoying.
I actually become an absolute legend.
Aye. That's where it changes. But I know people that literally will drink like I don't know, like half a bottle or something like that, and they're just loopy and pure pain in the arse.
Uncontrollable.
And I'm like, what? Pure bouncing off it was like, and I'm like, how does that happen?
That's embarrassing. That shit.
That is actually.
See this time, apart from Korea, did you go to any countries you hadn't been before? Or did you been to all the other ones?
Oh fuck, I forgot I went to Borneo.
Mate.
Borneo.
Mate, I didn't even know where that place was. Because we were talking when I was there, because Jamie was like, where the fuck are you?
Mate, he posted a picture and it was like, had a tag and it was like Borneo. No, I don't even think it said Borneo, it was wherever the temple was or something.
Something like that.
And I zoomed in, mate, and I'm like, and we like our geography. I feel like
geography.
We're huge geography heads in this podcast, but I zoomed out, mate, and I could see like 5 land masses and I didn't know any of them. And that was how I actually said this in the podcast because there was an island next to it called Christmas Island.
Oh, I think you sent me this or spoke about it. It was like crabs or something.
We watched it on the pod. Mind the mad red crabs. It's a mad crab island. So I was near where you were, but I was like, I couldn't even tell you where that is.
I didn't know what it was. I'd never heard it before. Because the only reason was we were so like we'd kind of planned out this thing, and I was like, Shannon wanted to go to Bali. Like I'd been before, but I was like, aye, cool. So like I was trying to work out a route. And from South Korea to Bali, there was no direct flight, so every flight was either going through Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, which is like the capital, or the other ones were landing in like this place, Kuta Kinabalu, which is in Borneo.
All right.
But that was all like what do you call it, like 1 hour layovers, so you're just flying for Korea an hour and then flying there. But when I was planning it out, I was like to Shannon, see, instead of doing that, why I just stay in this mad place? Because the flight was like the same price.
That's
you know what
mad.
I mean? So to do 2 singles was the same price as just doing the connecting one.
So spend a bit of time.
I was like, we'll just stop here for like 2 days or something like that. We only done like 2 or 3 days.
What was the temple thing you were at? You were dressed up.
Oh, it was like a mosque. It was a big mosque thing. It's like I don't know much about it, so I don't really want to speak on it. I don't know.
That place Borneo is where what's that wee place called? It's like a small country, and it's like there's royalty there.
Burma. No,
the Sultan of Brunei.
I found it when I was there. It's like a famous rainforest.
All right, is it? Aye,
with orangutans or something.
Orangutan is like, I think there's more orangutans there than anywhere else.
I think because it was telling you that everywhere.
So what was it actually like?
But that Brunei place is like the most wealthy thing, and it's just like a wee tiny part of that island. Do you know what I mean? But it's like closed off. I think it's like a different country or whatever.
I think it's half the country, or well, no half, but the chunk I was in is owned by Malaysia.
Right.
So they use like Malaysian currency, not even though it's like nowhere near the actual mainland of like Malaysia. But then the other bit is, I don't know what the other bit is, but it's owned by somebody else. But I think the whole island's called Borneo.
Aye.
And then it just depends what bit you're on. But we went, when we were there, we went up to like a mad headhunter tribe. I mean, that was wild, man. And they're alkies, mate. But see, the thing is, like, you could see when we showed up, mate, my fucking stupid arse is thinking I'm going to hang about with a real tribe. So I'd paid this money, like, I'm buzzing, mate. These are mad tribe cunts. So, like, and we were driving like 2 hours up into the rainforest. The mad taxi drivers, like, you're, oh, you excited for the tribe and all this? And I was like, mate, you cannot believe it, mate. No, I've got 2 bottles of soju in my bag. You're like that, mate. I'm going to hang about with a tribe. And we got up there, and mate, it was like fucking Disneyland. It was like, welcome. Oh, no. Your gift shop and all this. And I was like, oh, you're kidding on, man. It was like, so it was like a reenactment of where the tribes were.
Right,
like
okay.
a couple of 100 years ago.
But all the people doing it are alcoholics.
No, the tribes that used to live there. So that was their currency.
Booze.
So the tribes that lived up the mountains, they were the headhunter tribes. So they used to come down to like the mainland or whatever in this place, Kota Kinabalu, and they would all fight amongst each other, but they would trade booze for food down at like the beach at the mainland. And the ones that lived up there cooked all this crazy rice wine and all. It was a bit like moonshine. And they were explaining to us, and they were like, the guy was like, pretty much they were just drunk all day, every day. And I was like, really? Yeah, let's try all the mad bevy they made and all that. It kind of tasted like whiskey, but it was white. It was weird.
Aye.
So see that tribe, were they like the heavies? Were they
literally headhunters, mate? Aye.
You would need a wee drinking. A wee dram.
The stories like they were telling us about them, they were like, I think I showed a video on my YouTube. They would put people's bodies in like these jars. So they'd cut the head off them and see almost like these mad voodoo things. They would tie the head like above a fire. So the fire would like smoke the head and shrink it a bit. And then they used to tie all the heads round their wee hut for like good luck. But see the rest of the body,
For good luck.
they'd put it in a jar and put it in the middle of the woods and put like a hole in the bottom, mate. So all the shit like pulled out and all that. And then they'd go back like 6 months later and collect the bones and cook them in powders
Broth
and all
and
this.
that,
And aye.
For good luck,
Aye,
a good
mate.
excuse to do eating in it.
Aye, for good luck.
Get caught with drugs on you. It's like, no, mate.
It's for good luck.
It's for good luck. It's not what I'm taking them or anything mad like that. It's for good luck. They're like, on you go then.
Especially in mad like obscure Asian countries and that.
Aye.
Anything for good luck goes. That gets.
Mate, I didn't see any like white people there when I was there. I don't think it's somewhere people go.
Were they staring at you?
They not really staring, but a lot of them up here like they were like, why are you here? But in a nice way. Aye, they were like,
That's
why are you
mad.
here?
So what was that like? Like see for just like amenities and that, like your comforts and shit. Like what? Aye.
The hotel we were staying in was actually pretty nice.
Was that aye?
See, I think the bit that we stayed at as well, I think it's like a bit of a holiday resort for people feel it the Malaysian mainland. So like a lot of people that we met like on that tour and that, I was like, oh, where are you from and that? And like every one of them was like, Malaysia. And I was all right. But I was like, but this Malaysia or the actual one? They were, oh no, like we all come for the mainland. I think it's because it's aye, something like that.
Or Air Beach or something.
Aye, it's like somewhere that they go on holiday.
Aye.
But I've never heard it before.
Was it like nice? Was
Aye.
it beautiful? Aye. Like
I think I probably spent enough time there. Like, I don't think it's somewhere you could go for like a couple of weeks or something like that. Like, there wasn't much. There literally wasn't much to do.
honeymoon or that?
Aye, like there was like a wee island hopping tour. There was like 2 wee islands that were only like 10 minutes big, a bit like Millport or something like that. Aye. So we done that and that was cool one day, and then the second day we done the headhunter drive, and then after that, like I was like, I don't know, there was nothing else to do. Aye.
2 good things to have as a nation.
Aye, I was actually quite good. Millport and headhunters.
Aye, that's too big a fraction.
Mate, we've not even get Cineworld shutting down.
And is it actually?
I said take some. It was Willis actually saying that.
Robin has it, should
Aye,
it?
mate,
is that
Cineworld
a big
takes
hard
us
for
to
us,
us.
mate?
It's
18 and a half?
it's a lot lower.
Oh, really?
Reilly's Gaff floor and
We actually were in there. Mind we went and recorded a video, and we were trying to expose it for being a Satanist building and all that. Going inside it, we're like, you can see obviously the doors that says 6, then there's 6 stairs and all that. And then we're up,
What is this, before the podcast?
no, like during like the very start, we were just out and about, and we'll just like I
Just
don't know, make up
exposing
the-
places around it.
This is a pure Satanist
It's
building.
a cult,
You can
like
clearly
you
see.
can definitely see like there's
But I
a
don't
lot of
want it to get
cultish
shut
activity.
down. That is a
No.
fucking tourist. That's like the headhunters for us.
That's the biggest cinema in the world. Is it the world? No,
Aye,
I'm talking
it is.
shite.
It's the
You're
tallest.
laughing
I
about
think it's Europe, no, it's just
No.
because like
Europe.
we're having this.
Get that up.
So see, like we done a podcast ages ago, and Evan was trying to describe like the depth of a cave, and it was like, so it was like 783 meters. But I was like, how can you picture that? And he done, so just imagine, and at the same time we both done like Cineworlds, like Cineworlds.
I measured it in Cineworlds. It was like 4.5 Cineworlds deep or something. The cave.
What is it? I can't read that.
World's
here.
tallest cinema, Cineworld Renfrew Street. It's the
World's
it's the
tallest,
world's-
Know what I mean?
world's-
You were the one shouting Europe.
No, I bet I know.
You're like, I know what I mean, see.
But I'm just really upset, man.
Well, we need to protest. I might do
Aye,
a,
we should.
I might do a hunger strike outside.
We should chain ourselves to it or something. Sellotape, gaffer tape.
Chain
ourselves.
yourself to something's old school, isn't it?
Mate, gaffer tape to
bike
them
chain.
revolving doors. Just plastic wrap yourself to the
I went-
revolving doors.
Refuse to get out.
I've got such a memory. See Star Wars. See when they done the new, like
Aye.
a Force the Force
Rogue One,
Awakens. No, like what do you call? There's a prequel. There's a prequels. Then there's what's the ones after the original trilogy? Aye, like the ones after the original trilogy or whatever.
Aye.
I'm trying. I know. No, that's the prequel.
Aye.
This is just embarrassing. Anything. My point was, I went to see the Force Awakens there like the night it came out in that Cineworld, and because it was the first Star Wars that had been out in a long time, mate, they were out in full, so it was so good. I was wrecked, mate.
Aye.
But it was like a midnight screening, and it was just people, mate. It was like Comic-Con, like all down the street, all dressed up in all the costumes. They were having battles and all.
Oh, what?
Aye, mate. I've got all videos on my Facebook somewhere, and I'm like, yes, people dressed as Chewbacca and all this. They're taking it serious. Fights the street, like
Sabres?
sabers.
Did they get into the viewing with their sabres?
Aye, mate. They were all waving them like bad glow sticks, mate. I swear to God.
confiscated, man.
Aye.
Were you there?
No.
Do you know what? Mate, it was funny, mate. It was quality. But I think they showed the Star Wars on like in every screen,
Every screen,
in the whole thing at 12 o'clock. So it was packed out, mate. You had to pre-order that, mate.
You know what's kind of like that? Going to the IMAX for a movie.
I've not been to an IMAX
Mate,
in
IMAX
years.
is sick, right? But see when you're there, like, I remember I went with Megan to go and see Interstellar in there, and buzzing for it. But we were running. So say the start time was at 7. We were going to arrive there at 5 past.
Oh,
But I'm
plenty
like,
of time.
I'm like, we got time to get popcorn and everything. 8 trailers will last 20 minutes. So I'm like, we've got hundreds of time. And we went in and everybody was seated apart from us. And we were,
that's awkward.
we were in the middle 2 seats, like far back. So we had to squeeze by so many people. And there's not a lot of room the way that's built. But you can tell everybody there's like, they're not there for a buzz. They're there to be like, yeah, the score is tremendous in this. Like you can tell it's movie people that go there.
Mate,
So-
something similar happened to me. I went to see Ricky Gervais years ago at the...
SECC.
No, what's the one that's next to that? That's
Hydro.
No.
Armadillo.
Armadillo, I think it was in there. But that was the first stand. Well, I think it's the only stand up I've been to. And it was maybe about it was before COVID, so maybe 5-6 years ago. But you would think, see if a concert starts at 7 o'clock, you're no showing up at 7 o'clock, do you know what I mean?
Never.
Because there'll be like support acts or this or that. So mate, this Ricky Gervais thing it said 8 o'clock on my ticket. So I was like, oh, I'll show up. And I showed up at like 8:10 with my brother and 2 of my pals. Mate, see when we got there, the security were like, sorry, Ricky said nobody's allowed in after 8 o'clock, like after the cut-off thing. And I was like, surely not. And they were like, no, he goes on stage at like 15:15, like 15 minutes after the ticket price, and he doesn't want people walking by and this and that.
And like disrupting it.
Aye, and mate, we had spent about fucking £100 each in this ticket.
Oh,
and I was pure to see the security up. You're like, come on, mate, come on. Like, the bus took ages, all this kind of stuff. Luckily enough, the security went and spoke to another one, and he's like, right, we're going to sneak you in one at a time. But it needs to look like you've been to the toilet, or else we can get
That's
into trouble.
good of them, man.
Aye. But see,
What did you date him?
Mate, but the fucked up thing is, see when he took us and he was like, right, go in. I was the first one to go in, and I went in, I didn't know where I was sitting, because obviously everybody's seated.
Aye.
So I'm like that, like looking about, pure trying to look at the side of my eye, like, where is there 4 empty seats? Because the thing was sold out, and I was trying to walk up. No, luckily I did find it, and then for the rest of them it was fucking easy, because they came in and I was like, and they could see me, aye.
Did you put on a wee like just something to hang, like you've been in the toilet and zip up your zipper or
Mate,
something?
I was
like?
lucky that it was only like one person or 2 people or something. something, then I was kind of at the end of a queue.
Aye, that's
But
not
if I had
bad.
to walk by loads of people, I'd like, oh, just away for us right now. You see me about you, aye?
I was thinking that, mate.
I'd leave that in there.
It was very odd. I'd never experienced that before.
Aye.
What, obviously you went to Korea. What to get a chat about Korea?
God, Korea's absolutely mental.
It looked like some laugh.
Mate, Korea, Korea's very similar to Japan, but I feel like Korean people are more like us than Japanese, which, does that make sense?
Bit less reserved.
Aye, like they're all so cool. They literally are all just they're all booze heads, they're all the Koreans. They all just love a party. They're all very loud and just fun. Like, that's not to say like the Japanese only, but when you're in Japan, it's very reserved. Like, it's like there's a lot of respect in Japan.
You don't make an arse of yourself out in the street.
Aye, it's kind of like, and everybody's kind of quiet and this and that. But I feel like Korea was very much Japan, but you can kind of just be yourself, like, fuck it, just kicking about and all that. Like,
It's got like an American influence in it. A wee bit.
there's a lot of Americans there,
Aye.
and I didn't know this, and it's because of the national service that they have.
All right.
So, see if you're a Korean, I think you need to do 2 years. Is that right? Did you know that?
Aye, football
in the
players
army.
need to do it.
Aye, everybody.
Aye, because even that BTS or whatever, they even had to do it.
Did they? Aye.
I think they just finished like their 2 year.
There was a mad story about that with Son that plays for Spurs, mind that, and it was like he had to win the Gold Asia Cup or something to be exempt from doing his national service while he was playing for Tottenham in his prime and shit. And it was like the final, he scored like 2 and they would end up winning it, and it was pure like, oh,
See, I
buzzing
heard,
for
for,
mad
I heard
Son.
for the Koreans as well that a lot of people can get exempt, but see if you take the exemption, you kind of get shunned a bit in the Korean community.
Oh, do you?
So that's why even like these people like BTS who are like the biggest stars out of Korea, like they've went and done their service because they're like, even though they're mad superstars, they're like, we don't want to take the
It's
exemption.
bad PR if you don't do it.
Aye. But that's what the amount of Americans I met are there, and it's because see a lot of like Koreans, like their family maybe moved to America years ago, but even though they're born and brought up in Korea, they still feel the need to do the national service. So a lot of like American Koreans come back to Korea
that's
just to
mad,
do like
isn't
their
it?
2 years so that they can kind of be like, I done my shit for my country. Do you know what I mean? So I met loads of like half the people I was kind of meeting were like had a Korean accent, and the others were like, "Hey, dude."
That's mad.
It was
funny.
cool.
That's
It's
mad.
a
A
cool
mad like
place.
sense of pride in it to have like in your
Aye.
nation, pure like not even living there, and you're like, I'm going back to
Aye.
self. Know what I mean?
Mate, I watched all your videos, by the way, like, all of them, right? And I swear I showed them Megan's papa and her nana were up, and we were just all sitting in the living room, and I put it on, and they were watching away. Know what I mean? They're
Oh,
right
really?
in their 70s. They're like, "That boy's a good laugh." But we were watching the one you were in Korea, but it was like Oasis tunes were playing, and you
Oh,
were drinking with it.
aye.
But like you were playing some game where you
It
had
was
to tan it.
soju, aye, because I let you try. So, that was on the Patreon, was it?
I don't know.
When last time I was on here, remember I brought bottles of soju and we
Aye.
drank it. I think that was on the Patreon.
It was,
I
aye.
think.
Stuff's amazing.
That is so good, isn't it?
It's amazing.
But aye, that was that guy who showed me that. Mate, over there it's pittance as well. It's like £1 something a bottle. Like they just go in and buy it and
Oofed.
aye, it's like £1 odds. But they kind of sip it. But this guy, in that video I talked about, you do a thing. So like he was saying you cover the bottle with your hand, and you take a drink, and the other person takes a drink, and then you like let go, and see who's drank the most. Do you know what I mean?
Is that like kind of
So
Wait, how would you know if it's covered?
because you cover it with your hand, and then I take a drink, he takes a drink, and then you both show each
two
other.
different bottles.
Aye. You've got a bottle each, and then whoever's not drank the most has to then take another drink. But this game didn't really work, so I'm a steamer, do you know what I mean? So this guy took like a sip and Anka done the whole bowl. I kind of ruined the game for him. I felt like a dick. He
had
was
to
like,
tan the
aye, so
rest.
he had to drink his whole bottle. And I was like, I feel a bit bad because I could have played up to the game.
That's like Skalley's Squid Games, isn't it?
Aye. Mate, I tried, mate. Did you see that? I try to get people to play Squid Game, mate. They're not really for it. I think it's a bit cringy.
That is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Like, you coming about me like, mate, and I love my favourite thing you do is very cool, very trendy.
Somebody else said that to me. I don't realise I say very cool all the time. Very
cool,
It's such
very-
a polite way though.
It's
Aye,
a good thing to say.
See Asian people, but like that. See if they get that. It's like I don't know how to explain it, but like, you can be like very cool, very good, and they're like, oh.
Somebody said that to me before. They're like, I started saying very cool, Cosy. And I was like, I don't even I think it's just my head when I'm a bit drunk trying to hink of something like a way to explain to
And
them.
be nice and
And I'm always just like, very cool.
But that's class because like there's nothing worse than when
Because if I went, that's quality, mate,
Aye.
like they're not gonna, you know what I mean?
because there's nothing worse than like because I'll sometimes forget or not even forget but maybe try and keep a bit of my like my normal,
Your
so I'll
route,
be like, I know it's sound, mate, and that, and like say mad shit, and then I'm just like feel like a pure idiot, but very cool, universal, bro.
See, doing the mad voice that you're trying. So, see, you were with a big group of your pals, and that you were all out. You would try and do what you're talking about, where you would try and keep quite Scottish before people, don't really lose face a bit. Know what I mean? See, when you're yourself, it's almost like doing a baby voice or something. Innit? It's like,
Aye.
yes, thank you very much, my friend. And then you're like, I hope nobody heard me pure doing that there.
Pure pandering, which you definitely should do.
Aye,
Like
but
you should.
see in Korea.
Aye.
So obviously you were sitting boozing in the street. Can you know do that in Japan?
No, I think they're kind of sound weird. Like, they have a thing called in Japan, is it salaryman or something? Which is, it's like kind of like a workie or whatever, but see when they finish work, they tend to just buy beer and like drink like on the way back to the train or drink the train and that. But Korea, like there was a boy that I like kind of was pals with through skateboarding who lives there. He was born here, but he's Korean. So he grew up in Scotland till like 4 years ago or something, then moved out there.
Was he
But it
on a
weird.
video with you?
I don't know if he was on the YouTube, but I probably put him up on my
Stories
Instagram
or
or something.
something,
Aye. But he's there, and like when I met up with him, he was like, "This is so weird, mate." But it's so funny because he's Glaswegian and grew up here his whole life, but he speaks Korean. So he was going for like talking to me Korean, you know, but he's talking to me like, "Mate, this is so weird that you're here, not." And then we went out for beers, not, and he's like, "Aye, mate, I'll get the pints and that." And then he's turning around and being like in Korean.
was he doing?
I was just thinking about that there for a second. I was like, "All right, mate."
You'll finish that boat, mate.
See, that's such a tool to have, innit?
Aye, but he was saying to me, he was like, because I was like, is it sound drinking in the street? And he was saying that they were trying to stop it in Korea recently. They were trying to make certain streets illegal. So see, like we have legal streets.
Do we?
Edinburgh's
Aye, Edinburgh's got-
Oh, sorry, I thought you
That was a
meant
bad example, but
Glasgow's no
Glasgow's
Ashton Lane.
Imagine like London Road or something. Edinburgh Road is the only
what's
one.
the wee bit down the Clyde that's got the big stupid stairs?
Jamaica Street.
As I kind of doing that.
Aye,
but-
that-
Just down for like the road, like
Wellington.
And it's quite a high
corners,
set.
McDonald's on and that. Like,
Aye,
you
just
doing that
down
road.
for that. Like, at the there's always a team of people just boozing that.
Aye,
And you
that-
see the police just walk by.
And I'm like, we're not going near that.
Fuck that.
Mate, see, I've been wanting to ask you about your skateboarding.
Aye.
Because we didn't realise how like there was a mad law with you and skateboarding until like after the podcast, and cunts are like, so I've been talking about that shit.
Aye.
So what, like,
Where did
What are we up to?
it all go wrong?
I talk to us, bro.
No, I don't. I've just been into skate. I've been skateboarding since I was a wee guy.
Aye.
But I think that's where like a lot of the stuff came from, like filming and all that. Because I used to film skateboarding a lot.
Aye, yeah, I'm
So-
a demon.
It's skateboarding.
Aye.
I'm alright. I'm pretty good. I'm no kind of the level like some of the people I was hanging about with. Some of the people are really good. Like and I think that's kind of what set off travelling for me. Is that
Did you end up filming for Supreme?
no, but I know all the boys and all that. But when I turned 16, I went to Barcelona for the first time.
Aye. 'Cause
And that's just like the pure mecca for skateboarding.
Is it really? I didn't know that.
When I was
Aye.
there, you were telling me that.
Aye, mate, that's like where skateboarding is. Like everybody, like for all the world, everybody goes to Barcelona.
Is it because it's so like all the roads and all the bits of that Arc de Triomphe and that there was hundreds of cunt skateboarding?
Mate, aye,
bro?
it's just like
'Cause it's all paved.
street skateboard. Aye, it's just like street skateboarding was perfect there.
Aye.
But I wasn't really that good at street skateboarding. I more skated ramps and stuff like that.
Aye.
But when I was 16, I went there, and I think I was there for like a month maybe. And then I remember I came back, and the minute I came back, I was 16, and I was like, I'm just going to save up all the money I can and just go back out there for as long as I can. and all that. So I was coming back, working like shitty jobs at like, what are they, like agency work and all that, just for like a couple of months, and then saving up enough money to go back. And I'd done that for like 2 years, and I was just there filming skateboarding and getting drunk. And I remember at that age as well, because obviously Spain don't care about fucking age of bevy and all that. So I was like 16 in pubs and nightclubs and all with like all these older skateboarders, like, yeah. You're like, mate, it just didn't seem real to me at the time.
Were you getting paid for the videos?
No, I was just doing it for fun.
Aye.
I always kind of just done it. I just enjoyed filming, but that was the thing. I always used to film other skateboarders, and then my Instagram stories I used to make myself. And then that's kind of when it switched like a few years ago, where people were like, mate, you should just be filming yourself instead of other people kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? But I was alright at skateboarding. I done a lot through skateboarding. Like I skateboarded a lot of countries. I was in America and stuff skateboarding, but
Whereabouts there?
I was in New York, Boston, Chicago, Wisconsin. I went there for a bit as well with one of my pals. We went like Molly America and all that shit. It was crazy.
What's Wisconsin like?
It's very. The only thing I knew about that before was that Ed Gein. Do you know that guy?
Oh, aye.
He's the
chopped his moss head off
Aye,
and
the
used
guy
to
who
shag it.
inspired like the Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, right, aye.
He had like lampshades made out of nipples and all
Oh,
this, and
aye,
fucking
ideal.
skin and all that.
He's got stalled in the bar.
Rando's antiques.
But I like skateboard. I still try. I was trying to skateboard recently, but it's fucking too sore now. That's the thing.
Were you know doing London or something?
I was just in London there. Mate, that was. I ended up with that. Did you see the video at Mr. UK TikTok official?
Mate, how did you end up?
Do you know that guy?
Aye, I know, man.
I was like, I don't know, mate. I didn't know he's a bit of a imagine as well. Mate, the amount of people that messaged me like, love you, bro. Why you with that cunt? Pure.
Oh,
I
aye,
was
aye.
like, I didn't realise.
He's
he was
loopy, mate.
Aye, mate. I genuinely was just doing. Shannon was doing like she was with one of our pals that was doing a hairdressing thing. So they were busy for like 2 days at like this mad hairdressing competition thing, and I was like, I'm just going to do it myself, and I'm bringing my skateboard because I used to skateboard down there as well all the time, and I know a lot of people. So I went to like South Bank and this and that, and I was skating, and then I was just kind of sitting like having a stout or whatever on my phone, like on TikTok, and I seen like it was live and it was that Mr. TikTok UK official, and I was like, oh, I'm in London, where is that cunt? And I seen he was outside is it Wembley? No, Wimbledon.
Oh, Wimbledon.
Wimbledon, the tennis.
Right.
And I was like to the boys, I was like, how far is Wimbledon? He was like, oh, it's only like 15 minutes the train. And I was like, yeah, no, it'll be funny. I was like, fuck it. I was like, I'm getting nothing else to do the day, man. And I went and grabbed like 2 of the wee Magnums, see the wee Winings, and I jumped the train. And I was like, right, I'm going to Wimbledon, man. Go there. And then when I got off the train, I was like, right, I need to find where he is. And see, when I got off the train, he stopped his live. And I was like, oh. I was like, no, I'm here like a big spare prick, man, for no reason. But I genuinely just messaged him and was like, where are you, mate? And he was like, in the cafe, bro. Like, sent me some cafe. He doesn't follow me, I don't follow him. He just trusted me and just messaged back.
Did you go to the cafe?
Aye, mate.
What was he do? Was he just munching?
Aye, well, he was sitting with soup on his face.
Wait, who is this cunt?
Do you not know who this guy is?
I don't.
Get Mr.
Mate.
UK TikTok official.
Aye.
He walks in with like a JBL speaker, like shouting.
Oh, yes.
He just screams in the street, Mr. UK TikTok
That's what he
official.
does, aye. Mate, and
Get him up, man.
See when he met me as well, he was like, I'm waiting on my phone to charge, and I was like, all right. And he was just sitting, he was just telling me mad crazy conspiracy stories, and I was like, all right.
Yes.
Get him out in the street.
You need to get out on the street. But I see after it when he was like, right, we'll walk back to Wimbledon, and I was like, right, cool.
To wear that Gucci shit, mate.
I mean, he's always
I was like,
decked
we'll
out.
walk back to Wimbledon, and he was like, right, cool. And he had his speaker, and they went, what's your name? And I went, Skalley, and he was like, no, your social media name. And I went, Skalley SSED, and he was like, all right. And then he was walking down blaring his tune, and he was like, Skalley SSED and Mr. TikTok official. And I was like, oh, that's funny. But no, he done that for half an hour, the whole way down the street, constantly.
Is he in a character?
I
or-
don't think so, man, which I felt a bit bad about.
Present this man to me.
This is him. Out of context, it's probably not that funny.
There's a lot of bad things.
But this is all he does. We don't get into trouble for that, playing tunes.
Nah, but
Do you not get into trouble?
Mr. TikTok UK.
he'll sort it. That seems a bit tame for this.
Aye, that is, no, that aye.
I'm enjoying it, but
What's his? I always find it nuts when people have pinned videos and they're all pure random, like they're no
10K
the most
and that.
viewed ones. It's just like 3 ones that they've just decided. Aye, this is what I'm about.
Aye, these are all right.
These represent me.
Aye. Mate, is that when I was? Is that this when I was with him? What day is that? Mate, that's when I was outside with him.
What, are you in this video?
So that's
I
just
don't know.
Wimbledon.
Aye,
mate.
that's where I was. Mate, he was chatting to me that he was going to try and break in. And I was like, this is not the place to try and break in.
I think they'd have like blow darts or something.
No, mate, there was royal family not in there. And I'm like, mate, you can't be trying to UK TikTok official in here. I was like, I don't.
It sounds you know who I am.
He was like, can you just keep an eye on my bag? I was like, definitely not, mate.
Accomplice shit.
I'm not watching your bag outside of Wimbledon while you
You
try and
could
get
have
in.
been like the getaway driver on your skateboard.
I literally was on my skateboard, I know, that was the thing. Mate, there was news reporters not as well, and like he was standing next to them with a speaker, and because obviously it's like a public street, they couldn't do anything, but they kept just be like, "Can you put the music off?" And he was like, "No, Mr. UK," just shouting again. And I was like, he just doesn't care.
Yeah, he's relentless, mate. Mate, another video I wanted to ask you about in Korea was, I don't know where you went, mate, but you were yourself, and you were quite wrecked,
right.
And you went into this building and there was hundreds of people just standing about. I don't know if it was an art thing or a music thing. And
is that the day I had a bottle of buck
aye,
first?
so, mate, but there's a moment in that where you kind of like hold the door open for somebody and you're kind of like, "Aye, on you go, mate," or something, and he actually does that to you.
Does it?
In the back of the camera you can see him like, and you can tell, you go in and then you're like, "I'm in this mad place with 100 people," and you turn the camera into all them and they're all just kind of storing about, and I'm like, "Oh man, what's going on here?"
Mate, that day was a disaster. Aye.
Was that the one the same day that you gave us a shout out on TikTok with
I
LD?
did. I had a bottle of Eldorado. I had a bottle of Eldorado on the roof of a place in Korea. Aye.
That was, see the view, that's probably the best view MD's ever had, drinking a bowl of tonic wine.
Aye.
Know what I mean?
Aye, but that day Shannon wasn't feeling too good, and I was like, "I'm just going to go it myself," which is always
Get wrecked.
either goes good or goes south, man. And she was like, "I'll just get you later on for dinner and that," and I was like, "Sound." But I just decided to get boozed up, and in my head I was like, I think I wanted to go jet skiing, that I kept thinking. But I couldn't find any way to jet ski in Korea, so I settled for a zip line that went from like one island to another. But I couldn't find where that zip line was, and like I had it in my phone, but it was just like a genuine, like an area. Do you know what I mean? It was almost like if we were here and it said there's a zip line in Glasgow, but like the pin thing, the pin thing wasn't there. But I had like the brochure that was like showing you like on the website, and I was just asking people like, "Where is this?" And some people were like, "Oh," like trying to explain it, and they were trying to show me and all this, and I was on a bus for about 2 hours.
How difficult is that, bro? Like trying to explain, like, I want a zip line.
Aye, that's the thing. And I just couldn't get it through to them. What I was trying to say, mate. And by that, and by this point, mate, I was like well gone. Like I'd drank many a beer, man. And I was even in taxis, feel like, "I'll give you whatever money you want, no, mate. Just take me here, no." And they were like, "I don't know where it is." I was like, "Got to be somewhere." Eventually, I found one taxi driver that knew where it was, and he took me, and it was like up the mountain. And like you said, it was in this glass cube where it was like a wee fancy restaurant with like loads of Korean people, and they were all eating cake. Like they had tea and cake on like all these wee stairs, like on looking the ocean and all that. Aye,
lovely, man.
And on the roof of that was the zip line that took you the other thing. And as I got there, literally the guy was like, "We shut in 5 minutes." He's like, "You need to be fast," and I was what he said.
Did you get done it?
Aye.
Was it good?
It was brilliant.
Was it worth it?
But the thing is, see where the zip line landed?
Yeah.
Is where I was getting like the bus back into Korea. So I was like that to the guy. Can I just keep my jacket and all that on and just gaff down there?
Like a bus
he
or something?
was like, "No, that's not what. You need to come back up here." And I was like, "Are you kidding on?"
No.
And I was like, "No." And he was like, "No, because you need to take your hat and your jacket and everything off." And I was like, "Come on, mate." I was
That's
like,
brutal.
Aye, because there's like a taxi kind of service thing that work for them that wait down there and then bring you back up the mountain.
Oh, that's so annoying.
I know, and that's it. So I had to go down it as well. He said I couldn't take my GoPro, and I was like, "I need bother," and I just kept it my own. And then ironically, when I did get on the thing, like I started taking a video, like, "Yes!" And as I let go, like the thing I was holding to GoPro, I started spinning. And I was like, "Oh no, maybe this is how you can't." Like you need 2 hands, mate, because it was tangling, and I was doing about 100 miles an hour from one island to another.
That's badass.
I think that's the first zip line I've done. Besides like a wee daft one at like I done Go 8 before. That was kind of funny.
Aye, that's good zip line.
But this one was literally like from an island to another. Like,
so over ocean.
Aye.
Oh, scary.
Very high.
Scary though. Were you all strapped in and tucked in?
I was wrecked. I was just more wanting to do it because I'd spoken about it in the video for this long. I was like, I kind of need to do this.
Need the content.
So what happened to jet skis? So what was the jet skis about?
I don't know. I think I was just a bit confused in the morning. Aye, because I'd seen somebody on there's a jet ski culture in Korea.
Aye, Jenna.
See, almost like the Clyde. They have like a mad bit in in Seoul or Busan. I can't remember if it was Seoul or Busan, but they have like a big kind of river thing like that, and all the kind of jocks all ride jet skis. Mate, and they kind of chat the lasses up from like imagine you're at the Clyde. Like all the kind of lasses stood at the railing and all that, and all they have speakers blaring for the back of their jet skis.
Like
they
Mr. UK official.
But they come team-handed, like 10 or 15 of them, and they're doing mad stunts and all that, and they're on their varsity jackets and that. And they're like waving, like, and all the lassies are like, like blowing kisses and all that. It's mad.
That would have been good.
Me and Shannon were watching that, and then I think in my head I was like, jet ski.
Was it, see in Busan, was that the place you kept saying, this feels like just a nice day in Glasgow?
Aye, it
Was it dead similar weather-wise?
Oh no, that was Seoul, I think. It was very weird. It's like freezing. Well, no freezing, it's cold, but it's sunny. I see almost like a kind of like March or April in Glasgow.
Nice day.
Aye, that's what it felt like.
In Glasgow,
that's what it felt like there. Like it was like when you breathe, you can feel that kind of cold air. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But because we just came from like 2 tropical countries, it was so weird getting there, and then I was pure like, this is double freezing, man.
How do you pack for the mad like climates and that? Because you've went to like these.
I usually just buy clothes out like when I'm there. Aye.
Did you have a Labubu shirt?
Aye,
that's sick as fuck, mate.
Aye.
I wanted to ask about the succulent Chinese meal.
I found this so funny. Aye, obviously, do you know that man?
Mate, the best guy.
Died not that long ago.
I did. I went and bought this when I was in London, and the mad boy. It was like a weird artsy shop that was selling it, and I went in and I was like, yeah, that's a topper, mate. I'll have that. And he was like, can I tell you a funny story and that? So they had like commissioned to get these made,
right?
And I don't know if maybe they got a hod of the guy's family or something, I don't know, because it's no like just like a wee shop up the bars. It was like a kind of fancy like with like American apparel,
boutique,
some weird some shop like that. But they say they got these commissioned, they sent them all away to the factory to get made, and then see the week they were all coming back, he died. And they were like, we didn't know whether to reach out to like his family over again and be like, is this chill if we're selling them? Because these are landing the week he's died.
Aye.
And they said they didn't get any answer back, so like we kind of held off for a couple of weeks and then just put them up.
Already got them in.
It's something the guy would probably find funny, I presume.
This is democracy manifest. Yeah, that kid's a legend.
Where out of all the places you went this time did you have the best time, do you think?
Probably Korea. Korea was heavy good, aye.
It's your type of place, isn't it?
Aye, I love everything about it. I just love everything about Asia in general. Oh, wait, no, I've got something for you to try. Wait, 2 seconds.
Fucking this guy, man.
You need to try one of these tiny deals quickly, right?
Yes.
Right, wait, no. So you need to breathe out, right? And then you put it in your nose and then just breathe.
Mate, these are my favourite things.
Right, try it.
But the mad TikTok shite ones.
Try it, right. Breathe out all the way.
It's smelling so weird. It's smelling salt.
It's smelling salt.
We all need to do one then.
I thought that was going to be a lot worse than actually.
See, the thing is, I do them every weekend.
Oh, well, that's boring then.
My football team, I've got them in the bag, mate.
Oh, that, mate, I thought you would have never done, mate, I literally went and bought, I bought the world's strongest smelling salt to put it in that to freak one of them out. He feel took it like a champ. I do it all the time. You need to do it. Come on.
Mate, they're no actually. Breathe all the way out and then all the way in.
The boys in my football team have them before games.
You took it out. No, you didn't put it up to your nose. You didn't put it up
all the way out and then big one in, bro. Come on.
Mate, I was bad and my bag was going to be reeking of smelling salt. I was like...
You're actually like 3 inches away from it. Give him a half shot. Fuck.
Yeah, I think that.
I've never tried it before. Oh, it smells like bleach. I tried it before I put it in that. I tried it before I put it in that.
One minute, man.
Mate, I tried it. Look, I literally...
put my nose in it, do it properly. Aye, that was it.
Here, look. I literally went and bought this to try and prank you. I was like, one of them's getting pranked.
Can I keep this?
Aye, if you want.
Yes.
I was like, one of them's getting pranked with that.
No, I love this shit, bro.
I know, I should have probably given it to Evan first. Jamie's feel like, I do it. He's gonna be hitting the whole Patreon.
Right, we need to move on.
It gets you up for like cunt date before lifting.
Yeah, next long flight I'm on, mate. Never mind the valleys.
On the way after the flight.
Right, Skalley, where can people see all your adventures, mate?
YouTube. I'm trying to do more YouTube now, so I just Skalley SSED on YouTube, and TikTok, aye. Instagram, I've started posting all my old stuff on Instagram as well now, which is doing alright. So just videos for like last year and all that.
Aye.
So yeah, any of the three. Mostly YouTube though.
Aye.
I'm trying to get a
The
YouTube
YouTube's unreal, bro.
I know.
It's so good.
Cheers.
They're
Have
actually
me
so
fun.
good,
I
mate.
have more fun making the YouTubes than the short stuff.
No, but as far as like travel channels go, yours is so good, bro. So
Aye, go watch it. You will not be disappointed. We are going over to the Patreon now where things are on. Like, we're going to get another wee half be maybe going to Skiddy Sammy Gale.
Get the smelling
Get the
salts.
smelling salts back out.
Still on the smelling salts.
Patreon.com/Reilly's Gaff for the rest of the episode. We'll see you there. Cheers.
welcome to the show. Right.